So we have some more details regarding the changes coming to Spaceship Earth in the next few years. So let's dive into all of that up next. Hi there Waltoniers, I'm Jack and this is of course DSNY Newscast, and you know what, for quite a while now here on this channel we've discussed the upcoming extensive refurbishment and revamp coming to Spaceship Earth, and when I say for quite a while I mean over 2 years ago, as I was even talking about this long rumoured revamp to Spaceship Earth back in August 2017 when I had that weird wonky LED light board behind me and an empty mini fridge in the studio for some reason. And since then we've covered all the other new info we found out along the way regarding this rumour. But then, on stage at D23 Expo at the end of August, Disney finally made it official, with the announcement that Spaceship Earth would be getting some significant enhancements. So of course, now let's discuss what we officially now know, and also give some additional insight regarding what wasn't clear at the presentation. As first of all, the main thing to know here is that the theme is going to be changing, but only in a very subtle way, as at the moment the current iteration of Spaceship Earth that debuted with the Siemens sponsorship back in 2007 saw a focus on technological advancements coupled with only the history of communications throughout time, instead of what we'd seen in the previous versions before 2007 that showcased not only the history but more importantly made predictions for the future of mankind and communications as well. So up until this point, Spaceship Earth has been all about communications, whereas after this next revamp it's going to be all about storytelling, which to me personally does sound rather similar to one another, as of course storytelling is a form of communication. But I can see what Disney is trying to achieve here, as if they put the focus back on communications and technology, then it will become dated very quickly once again, especially considering the current rate of technological advancements in the communications sector. Whereas if they go with storytelling, it doesn't just add more longevity and make it a timeless attraction, but it also gives them the opportunity to inject more of a Disney perspective that aligns better with the Walt Disney Company. As of course, Disney, even dating way back to the days of Walt Disney himself, has always been about telling amazing stories and advancing the art form of storytelling. Now I know what you're concerned about at this point in the video, and that's the prospect of a Disney character palooza inhabiting Spaceship Earth. And from what I know so far and what I've heard, that doesn't seem to be the case. As from what I understand, the main cause for concern is for many people seeing this live concept art for the upcoming revamp and interpreting the blue manta ray here within the stars as being Moana's grandmother, Gramatala. But if we actually compare the two manta rays from the movie and this concept art, which I haven't actually seen anyone do so far, you can actually see that the design is not the same as Gramatala from Moana at all, and it appears that they are two different manta ray designs. As of course it would have been much easier for the person who's created this Spaceship Earth live concept art for Disney to just use the same character design from Moana instead. But clearly Walt Disney Imagineering have intentionally decided not to do this within this live concept art. So what we're most likely looking at here is a completely new scene, which will probably be at the beginning replacing the dimly lit woolly mammoth projection scene, with this new scene most likely depicting how story-driven wayfinding helped people navigate using the stars. But then we come to the other changes that are expected, as we can see that nearly all the scenes will be receiving enhancements with new projection effects, and also a general refurbishment of the scenes that will see some of the scenes leading up to the creation of a printing press stay the same but with enhancements as they all passably fit within the new theme of storytelling. Then after the printing press, there will be a complete revamp of all of the scenes, as it's at that moment that the attraction pushes more towards the history of technological communications, so we'll be seeing all these scenes revamped to be more timeless in connection with the new theme. But then we come to the other big thing coming to this iconic attraction, and it's the addition of what Disney is calling the Storylight, that will act as a type of visual narrator that will highlight elements within each of the scenes that the new script and narrator will be talking about, which is an idea that I actually really like. And then we come to the more noticeable changes to Spaceship Earth, which we'll actually be able to see develop from within the park. As it's been stated by insiders on the WDW Magic forums, that the Project Tomorrow building, which is the current exit area to Spaceship Earth, will supposedly be demolished and a new exit building will be constructed in its place. And certainly this piece of concept art does seem to hint at that, as it's more of an oval shape than the existing Project Tomorrow building. And then along with this new building as the exit area, we can see this piece of concept art that shows the new exit for the attraction from the ground level. That will give guests a stunning view of the rest of World Celebration and Epcot as they exit Spaceship Earth. As we previously stated, that this area here, which is where you'll exit Spaceship Earth into Dreamer's Point, will be an outdoor balcony concourse that will be raised higher than the rest of World Celebration. And then of course we can't talk about the exit to Spaceship Earth without talking about the entrance as well. As according to those very same insiders, there are proposals within Imagineering to alter the entrance experience for the attraction, putting more of the queue undercover and not as exposed to the elements, and perhaps even introducing a pre-show of sorts, but whether that's going to be an elaborate, separate pre-show room or just a small model or vignette is still yet to be determined. And of course the ride vehicles will be receiving a much needed refurbishment, along with alterations to the end scene that features our planet Earth as we rotate around it, and also the descent down to the exit area, as personally I would love to see those previously used show areas on the way down used for something new within the storytelling theme. But with all of these changes, I hear you asking, when is this extensive refurbishment going to begin? Well, from what I understand at the moment, the plan is still to close Spaceship Earth for refurbishment very early in 2020, most likely in January or February, and then it will remain closed whilst the enhancements are made for around 18 months to 2 years, which does mean that Spaceship Earth won't be open for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary in 2021, but should be open in time for Epcot's 40th anniversary in 2022 instead. So basically, if you absolutely love Spaceship Earth like I do, then make sure you experience it one more time whilst you're at Epcot, as it's going to be unavailable for quite a while before it reopens once again. And now I'd just like to say a quick thanks to our sponsor for today's episode, as Mickey Travels are only one of a select few travel agencies in the entire world that have Disney's Platinum Earmark status. So if you're looking to book a Disney vacation, Mickey Travels will handle all aspects of your trip and do it all for free, as they never charge for their services. So to get your free quote today, visit mickeytravels.com in the description box or call them on the number below. And that's not where all the Epcot news ends for today, as earlier this week Disney released this official promo for Epcot Forever that is set to debut on October 1st. And despite having to say goodbye to Illumination's Reflections of Earth, which has a special place in my heart, I've got to say I'm pretty excited to hear some of these iconic Epcot tunes blasted out around World Showcase Lagoon in this interim nighttime spectacular before Harmonious debuts in 2020. And then also in Walt Disney World news, we saw the new Tomorrowland Sign installed. And despite this not being a big enough news topic to do a whole video on, as after all it's just some new signage, I really do like this sleek retro-futuristic design that is very reminiscent of the 1960s Tomorrowland revamp in Disneyland, and also reminds me of the 2015 Tomorrowland movie as well. And who knows, maybe we'll also see Disney bring back the white spires and fountain, as it goes extremely well with this new Tomorrowland design of this retro-futuristic aesthetic. And lastly for today, over at Tokyo Disneyland, we have the official opening date for the Beauty and the Beast themed area, which is set to open on the park's 37th anniversary on the 15th of April 2020, which is of course going to be home to this new attraction, which we now know is called Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast. And this is of course that one-of-a-kind trackless dark ride with those incredible animatronics which we first got glimpses of last December. And personally, I can't wait to see even more inside looks at all these different show scenes in the coming months. But now, it's over to you, Waltoniers. I would like to know if you could add new show scenes and enhance Spaceship Earth in any way, either by enhancing the existing storytelling theme or creating an even better theme for the attraction. Then what would it be, and what would your version of Spaceship Earth include? And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion or your comment, to be in with a chance to win one of these official Waltoneer DSNY Newscast enamel pins. And congratulations to this Waltoneer here for winning this suggestion from the previous video where we were talking all about the Avengers ride coming to Disney California Adventure. And so that's it for today, so go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel, hit that notification icon, which is really important, as we usually release videos on a Tuesday and a Thursday, but over the next week or so I might be uploading videos on a less regular schedule, maybe on a Wednesday or a Sunday, depending on the different things that are coming up, like the Disney Skyline and also Epcot Forever. So make sure you have the notifications turned on, and also if you've enjoyed today's video, give this video a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.
Bye.